Mr. President. Love you.
The podcast hasn't started yet.
Yeah, calm down. Two whiskey.
Two whiskey.
The most political, not political podcast you'll ever fucking see.
2.5 whiskey.
It's actually 2 and 3 whiskey.
Dude, I need that out of context posted. It's actually 2 and did you see if anybody says anything? Completely out of context, please.
A little bit of context, please.
No, let me just say it.
Don't just let me just say that. Alright? There needs to be context for that.
No.
Out of context, that's fucked up.
I don't want any context.
With context, that's kind of fucked up.
Ah, come on, man. Sit still, my boy, for I'm going to tell thee a story that may very well save your life.
Joey, the black man laughed. It's okay.
No, that's not how it works.
That's exactly how it works. He gave you a pass.
You know the last YouTube video that I fucking saw? Was a fucking black dude that's a Civil War reenactor that's defending the Confederate flag.
Can we not do that?
Oh, God.
Because I have pictures on my Facebook of me in fucking Confederate soldier uniforms. Like, can we not have that conversation?
Oh, boy.
I don't defend the Confederate flag, but I'm a Southerner, and I say, fuck that shit, though. Because, like, I believe in states' rights. I just don't believe in states' rights to own a man. I mean, like, if we're in, like, a post-apocalyptic bullshit, then, yeah, if I beat your ass, you're mine now. I own you. Like, you can die or you can be mine. Your choice.
You know, like back in the day, like, before I knew about the whole slavery thing with the rebel flag, you know, before that was his connection to the rebel flag, because, you know, you grow up in the South and all you know is rebel flag, you know, Southern pride, scowl. That's all you really know, and then you learn a little bit this and that. I ended up giving my fucking rebel flag to you. I think you have it now somewhere.
Yeah, and I also have it's one of two. I also had a blanket that used to hang above my bed.
Do whatever you want with
Should
it.
make it into underwear.
Yeah, probably not. Like, now at this point, I'm just like, fuck these flags. Like,
Yeah.
My flag is, oh man, I was about to say my flag is just a fist, a black fist, but then I'm like, no, that's fucking Black Lives Matter, which I'm down with that. But I was thinking more like imperial fist, like, fucking fist job, fuck you. But no.
So welcome back for the first time to a Two Whiskeys podcast. I'm Captain Eric.
Yeah, I'm Sol, and we are joined, of course, again.
Scourge of the Seven Seas.
So welcome back for the first time to a Two Whiskeys podcast.
I'm Captain Eric.
Of course, I'm Sol. We are joined, of course, by Vor.
Scourge!
We will get through
Being
this intro.
by many.
We're going to get through this intro.
Loved
dead or
by
alive. I
few.
swear to fucking God. Yeah, loved by very few. Shut the fuck up. Dead air. Anyway. Alright, so.
Tolerated by, you know, some modest amount.
Yeah, tolerated
Surprising
by a
amount.
few. Quite a few.
Alright, so what are we getting into there today, Eric?
Well, obviously we have a pennsic story from our good friend, longtime co-host, Vaughn over here.
Yow!
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I gotta start. So,
And then after that, God, I don't want to talk about politics, but
Did we not get that out of the way before this? I feel like we talked a bit about that before this.
that was before the podcast started, Ryan.
It's all going in.
So, we have to touch on some of the things that's happened in the last week.
I'd like to have a discussion for, like, a flag you would bear. I would like to have a discussion about a flag you would bear at this point in time.
That I would bear personally.
Each person.
I don't know. The Pride Ally flag, probably.
Alright, we'll go into that.
I'll have to think more on that because where we're going, there's not going to be any allies. There's just going to be enemies.
So the Imperium of Mankind
Yes,
is what I'm hearing.
probably the Imperium of Mankind.
Speaking of that, top.
Imperium of Mankind.
Okay. So, pennsic story, though, because let's get to that before.
I want to get some rum in me.
That's fair. Getting a little liquid courage going on.
That's just sustenance at this point. Yeah, that's me going.
Yeah.
It's sustenance.
I'm actually excited for the rum, or for the whiskey we have later. It's the Scotch whiskey I picked up.
Oh, that looks kind of cool.
Aged 12
These
years.
look kind of cool.
Oh, thank you.
I just kind of walked down the aisle and I saw that. I'm like, yeah. If it's bad, I mean, it's not a big bottle.
Yeah.
And it looks nice.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
And we will judge it accordingly.
Actually, I think we have to talk about the Stillhouse whiskey from last week. We ended up killing that fucking bottle,
Dude.
after the podcast last week.
Oh,
It
I
went
tasted
down.
metal in my mouth.
It went down so quickly.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that because Alicia, the person who had sent it to us, courteous. Alicia had sent it to
Just
us.
trying to snap at black people.
All right, Mr. 3/5.
Yeah, you can edit it any way you want, I guess.
Yeah.
Made me look like the shithead.
Look like the shit.
Don't have to try too hard.
Right.
You do have to
I thought you were
try.
pulling out a gun at me.
No.
You know what?
Born has to go.
Oh, you're right.
And I pulled out my gun!
See, and he's not going to pull it out. I look like an idiot now, too.
Yeah. Born doesn't even own a gun.
Oh, God.
He's got a gun! Oh, God, Mr. President!
Mr. President, get down.
Dumbest fucking podcast.
Well, we're off to a fantastic.
Does anyone care about our opinions?
I doubt it. We got 6 views on the last video again, so we're sitting at that solid 6 that you fucking predicted.
How many videos has it been of 6?
2.
Okay. Oh, God.
Ever since he said that, we're sitting at 6 views consistently on videos.
Third video, if we get a 6, fucking something terrible is going to happen.
Yeah, our podcast.
Again.
If we get another 6 views,
We'll get
we'll make
sponsored.
another video.
Church of Satan is sponsoring Two Whiskeys podcast now.
I'd be down with it.
Baphomet be praised.
Anyway, yeah, so Alicia watched the last podcast. She saw us.
On purpose?
Yeah. He's our biggest fan. But she was amazed that we actually liked it Still House because she thought it was going to be so shitty, like, for us. Because of that, I had low expectations going in, and I think that's what sealed it for me. But my expectations being that low, I'm still surprised we finished the whole fucking can. God, that's weird to say about a thing of whiskey. It's a can of whiskey.
I've never said that about
It tasted
any
like
liquor.
metal.
Same.
I liked it.
I mean, it
I didn't
was
taste any
drinkable.
metal.
I did.
That's when I tasted metal
think
out
that
of a
was the
fucking...
whiskey.
It might have been the internal bleeding.
That's when I tasted metal out of a liquor I was drinking. I almost went blind.
That's wood alcohol, not.
Yeah, no.
No.
Don't drink that.
That's what happens when you drink the first batch out of moonshine.
I mean, White Lightning. White Lightning kind of like it was kind of sweet when I first had it, and then I kind of like didn't have a stroke, but I kind of smelled something funny.
Well, when you're distilling it, like the first like percentage of it, you don't drink because it's just pure ethanol.
Yeah. So you're not supposed to drink that.
Yeah.
But you drank that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. Like I didn't know the batch numbers at that point in time.
There.
This is batch number 1.
When was this?
Ah shit, this was like
Last week.
it's probably like 12 years ago.
Okay. Still alive.
I was like 18 or 19. I was over 21. I mean,
Yeah. No. Drink responsibly.
18 or 19 years over 21.
Fucking what, mate?
Yeah.
We're old.
It was legal.
Back in my day.
But anyway. I know about underage drinking and how
That
sweet
Stillhouse
it is.
was good though.
Yeah, the Stillhouse was very good for how, I don't know. Again, expectations were low. It was a canister of whiskey.
It probably tasted a little bit better for me because we didn't pay for it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like free whiskey and really expensive whiskey that you bought yourself tastes really good.
Yes.
Anywhere in between that, it's just not gonna hit the same.
Yeah, free whiskey absolutely has its own kind of like penchant.
Now, you may or may not notice, probably you don't, Jake is not here this time. Once again, he's too good for this podcast now. His fame has blown up.
How do y'all
Yeah,
like
he's-
him more than y'all like us?
He's
What the
Instagram
hell?
famous now.
Instagram famous.
There's a picture of his dog in the background, just went viral.
Well, he will love us. Anyway.
So, pennsic story, huh?
Pennsic story from Warren, of all people.
Oh yeah.
Person who's been there the least has the story this time, man.
That's kind of painful, man. Like,
It was your fault, yeah.
Why do you have to hurt me so? All right,
I think I know
so
why.
what was
Why?
Yeah.
It's like a bleeding wound, man. Like, you just keep hurting me. I don't know what to do.
You know what will
That's all right,
rectify that pain that you're feeling?
Whoa, rectify.
If you go to another pennsic.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah.
All right. I can do that. I can do it. So I keep wanting to talk out of it sideways like a fucking WWE wrestler. Hell, I'm telling you.
Hold it upside down.
Work the mic.
Yeah, I could not find that clip, by the way.
Of course not.
I found a lot of clips, but not that specific one.
You had to be there.
Yeah, yeah, there, I guess.
God, Brian, talk into the mic, okay?
I'm not holding it.
Why not?
'Cause
You're the mic pro. You should be holding it.
sissy girl. No, listen here.
Oh god.
But okay, so let's. God, we're so dumb. Anyway, pennsic story.
Oh,
I want to hear about what does it relate to?
I cannot remember what the story I was gonna tell was.
The Skyrim one.
Oh yeah, Skyrim. That was fucking great.
We're fucking like 10 minutes into this podcast. You already forgot what you.
Yeah.
And we've also talked about nothing.
All right. So one of my favorite like SCA stories. We were actually at pennsic. It was a night we decided that we were all gonna be together.
Clarify, please.
So the crew.
Yeah, it
We
wasn't
used-
one of them orgy nights. It was a different, just, friendship night.
The crew usually
Less sex.
we go out in like little groups and we split up or run around by ourselves. This night we decided that we were gonna hang out as our ship. We were gonna go out all together.
There was, 6 or 7 of us? Maybe 8?
I
Me,
feel like about 6.
you, Ryan, Thatch, Isolt, Forsha. Yeah, 6.
Okay.
It was the 6 of us. So we were walking around and we decided to go to a area that most of us hadn't walked around a good bit. And so at that point I was,
Meadows, right?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, hold up. I want to interject here. See, everyone else was going straight to the party area.
Like
Right.
Fucking losers.
Like fucking followers. Alright? They're doing the most predictable mainstream thing you could possibly do. Because we all split off into our own groups, into our own crews. And we actually had a bet going, like a wager. Whoever
Oh yeah.
we all went on groups, and the goal was to stick together the whole time. And also, whoever came back and like the next, at the end of the night or the following morning, whoever had the best story won essentially bragging rights, which at pennsic actually goes somewhere.
Yeah, but
you can buy stuff with bragging rights.
You can. I mean, let's be serious though. And this wasn't even like an ego thing. Like, just the word of mouth from pretty much everyone was like, they already knew we were probably going to have a better story. So I feel
Before
like
we
they
get out
did
of
try.
the camp, we probably
And it
better
had to
stories.
involve as many people of your ship as possible, and
Yeah.
at best, everyone.
So yeah, and everyone's like going like directly to the party area. They're all gonna be together, more or less, like vying for a story if they can stay together, which
They did.
they really didn't. So I'm like, fuck that. I've been to pennsic like fucking 5 times at this point. I know it doesn't matter where you go, what road you walk down, what direction you head, you're gonna get a fucking story if you're looking for one.
Mhm.
Something interesting will happen to you if your eyes are open.
Yeah,
And-
our story literally yelled at us, so whatever.
Yeah.
They got our attention.
Yeah.
So we're walking down the road, just kind of like chilling and stuff.
Yeah, this back fucking woods path in the
Yeah.
middle of nowhere.
And we walk past this one group, and they just start yelling at us. And so we're like looking at them, and then we just start yelling back. We're like, fucking, what do you want? And they said perform for us or something.
Wait, didn't they want to perform for us?
No, they
Well, they were singing.
yeah, they were singing, and then
And
like
yelling at us and singing. So I don't think it's not necessarily that they wanted to perform for us. They just performed at us.
and then we sang for them.
Yeah, we sang a few songs.
Yeah, we sang a couple songs for them and stuff, and that ended up getting basically like that started Skyrim.
we hit the fucking loading screen and everything. We just blacked out, woke up in a fucking wagon.
And like straight up, immediately after that, we're like talking to them, making like good, like making fun of whatever. And then some dude walks up, who looks like a Bethesda character. Sculpted face.
He was a Nord.
Yeah.
Straight up, he was a Nord. He was literally a fucking Nord. And he had his fucking house Carl with him. Like, literally, his wife was there with, and she was literally a pack mule. Like strong of back, stern of body, like, it was ridiculous. He, like,
All little dialogue.
he offers us to come into his camp, and it is straight up.
I remember that. Like, he turned around, like, he offered, "Hey, you want to come back to our camp for like beer or some shit?"
Yeah.
Like, oh, fucking
He had a bunch
beer.
of Guinness.
He had Guinness and, like, Bush and
Yes.
PBR. Like, very different choices.
Yeah.
Didn't he also have a...
He had the Nitro Brew Guinness.
Yeah.
He had a liquor of some kind, if I recall, right? As well.
Probably had fucking Mule or some shit since Skyrim.
Because we were already drinking since we left camp.
Yeah.
I remember very few small details. Like,
Little
what
stuff.
kind of liquor people had. Like, I remember, like, the Guinness. Because, like,
There was
nobody
a
just
little
gives away
balls in it, too.
Guinness.
There were
People-
balls in it.
Yeah. People give away liquor all the time at pennsic. Nobody ever gives away cans of beer.
True that.
Especially now.
I mean, unless it's Yingling. That happens too much.
Yeah. I mean, that's way too often. But,
I remember asking, like, all right, where's your camp? He asked if we want to go back to his camp. I'm like, where's your camp? He just turns around, and like, y'all were there.
Yeah, we were there.
you just turn around, and there's just this mansion of a tent
Fucking massive.
on top of, like, the second biggest plot of land.
That's all his, by the way.
Yeah.
All his.
There's two people camping on this massive block of land that never happens. That's not supposed to happen.
And they made everything. The bed frame that he had, all of it was wood carved, the weapon frames, the weapons, the fucking canvas.
Why don't you break in, like, just stepping through the threshold.
So
From right to
Actually,
left.
first, no. His patio. How about you start there?
Alright, so we step into his patio. For one, there's mist and shit on the ground. I don't know if he fucking conjured that.
No, he just had a fog machine.
Just being extra
Off the
dramatic.
gym. generator
So he had these
coming off the
fucking chairs that
hydroelectric.
he'd made.
Yeah, just wood carved.
Those bob chairs, yeah.
Oh my god.
They were beautiful.
His
There's
own
like
fire pit.
12 of them.
Yeah.
There's two people camping there. Why do you have 12 bog chairs?
Because he's your bowel growth, man. Like,
These bitches up at Dragon Reach.
and so he had like this really like sick ass like sitting area with chairs he'd carved, and then there were like stakes with a sign, and then like torches that weren't just like tiki torches. They were actually like
Legit torches
Oh
and
my-
sconces.
And he had like a canopy over his front porch too.
yeah, over the back half
Yeah.
because there was like the fire hat. Like he had one of those ones that's like set up for where the like any or like smoke won't blow into your shit.
Yeah. And the tent was so fucking big. Like,
It was massive. It was like a circus tent almost.
his tent was bigger than, like,
Or common area.
yeah. Like, it was like half the size of our entire fucking camp.
And he had like weapon stands up there and like fucking like legitimately I remember looking at a great sword that I was like, oh my god, this is a steel great sword. I bet you it's like fucking 12 pounds and does like 38 damage. Fuck.
Silver inlay.
Upgrade.
Oh, fucking right? Like, bitch, I've been running around with iron. Give me that steel weaponry. Where's your dangerous artifacts, motherfucker? I want a glass sword.
Yeah, you had to get that from Vade.
Oh, dude. And, like, he had a bed frame that he'd made and everything. They had, like, a sink and
Like
a shower
king
in the
bed
back.
too.
Yeah, king-size bed.
I've seen one of those at pennsic besides that one.
Can we talk about this man's fucking handmade cooler and his...
Yeah!
Like, you don't want to talk about his throne chairs?
We'll get to that
He
point.
had an ice box.
That was immediately on the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You step in and it's just a little massive wooden box on like leg stands, and he props it open, and it's just perfectly packed with
Yeah.
Guinness.
Yeah, and it's an actual old-school ice box.
Yeah, like legit.
What blew my fucking mind, like, again, he handmade this, and it's just perfectly airtight.
Yeah, like he showed us. He dropped the lid, and it like went down. It stopped, and then just slowly sunk down and like snapped closed,
Mm-hmm.
like a fucking airlock.
You do that handmade.
Perfect.
Being fucking Jarl Balgruuf, that's how. man. He was a Bethesda character that walked the fuck out.
He's an epic level Bethesda character. He was a PC at some point.
Like, you know
Retired.
the farmer that can't be taken over by the fucking vampires, like, seduction? Yeah, he's one of those characters. He was just like, I'm an epic level fucking commoner. Watch me fucking upgrade and step the fuck out.
He's every barkeep that you run into and like a D&D tabletop.
Yeah.
So you can burn his bar down, but you can't 1v1 him.
Yeah, no, you won't 1v1 him.
Have we talked about the man's chandelier?
Yeah.
I was gonna get to that. The chandelier made out of fucking deer antlers.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, it was deer antlers, right?
Yeah.
Deer antler and bone.
It wasn't just made out of it, like, it was stacked in place. Like, all of it was loose.
Yeah, like
It was just
laid into itself.
Yeah, it was
In a
laid
puzzle
into it,
style.
just hanging that way. But like, if you took one out, the whole fucking thing would fall apart.
Ridiculous.
And then there was the thrones.
Yeah, they had actual fucking thrones in their goddamn tent.
Yeah.
Not the bog chairs that were also sick and hand carved. He had actual wooden thrones.
Yeah. And then behind that was his bedroom with his, handmade fucking king-sized bed frame and king bed.
He also had another, like, smaller rack of weaponry right beside his bed. Because it's fucking Jarl Balgrim. He was like, yo, let me just go into my inventory real quick. Don't let me get to the front room. That's where the two-handers are. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, literally every like medieval style weapon you can imagine on just racks, and like I think there was a desk in there with like an actual like wooden or not wooden but like a fire lantern.
He had a secretary. He had one of those secretary desks.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Because he had like map-looking stuff like set out
he
too.
was fucking cartography, like fucking getting set up to explore the land. And there was legitimately just I remember this in my mind. I'm looking and there's this fucking secretary desk with like all this paper with
Yeah, with
parchment
ink
over
quills
top of
and
it.
shit.
Yeah, and this lantern just flickering firelight over just a silver one-handed axe just sitting on there. It looked like a scene in an RPG. You would walk up and just be like, there's an item on that desk for me to grab.
All natural light, by the way. No artificial light at all.
Now, you go into our camp and we got like solar lights and fucking like electric lanterns and flashlights
Fairy
and
lights.
lamps fucking everywhere, and we got like 60 torches. This guy has like 30 fucking candles in there.
Very-
Fucking torches all over the place.
sconces on the fucking tent wall.
And all the candles are like very, like what you'd expect to see in a castle style. Like they're massive candles, like huge runs of wax melted down them, so they're all like stuck together like Castlevania or some shit.
God, and like we're only there for 2 weeks too. We're not even like halfway through his camp yet.
Yeah.
And again, this is 2 people. Like take a fucking step around his tent, and he has a fucking full wooden shower with like a 50-gallon water heater
Yeah, you just see the water
attached
heater
to
behind
it.
it.
Yeah.
and a fucking 2-person sink, like in carved wood.
The water heater was the only fucking modern part.
The sink was modern.
There's also
Oh no, yeah, he had a slop sink.
Well, let's talk about the fucking kitchen.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Kitchen just stacked full. Like that could feed a fucking brigade of people. Like packed to.
All his house Carls.
Yeah. He had like a specific room in his kitchen, and his kitchen was just canopies. It was like sectioned off. There was a specific area. It was like a 7x7 area that was just spices.
Hell yeah. Like he just fucking.
He had dried, chopped up mushrooms that his fucking house Carl had literally collected from the fucking area. I remember that because I was like, oh my God, it's actually fucking Lydia. Or useful Lydia, I guess.
This guy was legitimately like he had to be the Thane.
I'm the Thane of Whiterun.
I remember the only like truly modern things that stood out about that camp were the water heater, the sink, and
A fire
the
extinguisher.
fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
They're very safe.
Fire extinguisher that was straight up like bolted to the
Yeah, it was like hanging on its own fucking rack on a wooden post inside
Yeah.
the canopies.
like someone legitimately spent like 20 minutes of fixing that to one of the wooden posts of the canopy.
They put so much
Too much
time
work.
into that.
Too much
so
work.
Much time.
And like it looks great.
It
2 weeks.
I mean, we're still talking about it.
Yeah.
So it definitely was. I think if you set up something like that as an encampment and just get random strangers and show it to them, and they're still talking about it, especially on like a podcast,
Like 2 years later.
like 2 years later, like, okay, I think it was worth it because that's instilled in someone's mind forever.
The rest of that night, I literally went around and was like, all right, I've stepped into Skyrim. Now for me to just practice on my fucking stealth check. I literally walked in and out of the shadows from that point onward hanging out with y'all. And y'all were like, where the fuck is Vorn? And I just walk up like, I've been here the whole time. After meeting y'all Balgrip, I'm now just walking around crouched.
Congratulations, Born. You've successfully sneaked up on 5 intoxicated people in the dark.
Big man, huh?
We weren't fucking really drunk until we left Jarl Balgrip's place and hit like 2 other spots.
Well, yeah, he also gave us like fucking Guinnesses to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Thatch had like fucking 2 in his pockets and 1 in his hand.
Yeah.
I had like 2 or 3 while I was there, and I had one in my hand.
I had 2 when I was there, and then I had another one, and I sipped on that until we ended up migrating down to the bog.
Yeah, no, that's where we're heading. We were just taking,
Super scenic route.
going all the way around.
Ah, that was such a good time, though. Like, we ended up seeing so much shit. And, like, some people had some good stories, but we stayed together the entire time, and we saw a bunch of...
I mean, that wasn't
Wow.
even our best story. I think our best story was the stripping for the
Chippendales.
bachelorette party.
Oh, my God!
That's
That's a whole other
That's
story
a whole
right
different
there.
story, yeah.
Yeah, like,
need
we
It's
can
all
Thatcher
part of the
for
same
that.
night, though.
Yeah, but we need Thatcher for that one.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna miss some point.
Yeah.
He was our manager.
He bought you guys drinks afterwards.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Give you like that nice pat on the face, like you did good, babe.
Get the fuck back out there.
Yeah, get
we
out there.
were basically medieval Chippendale fans.
Yes.
And it was wonderful.
At a medieval fucking bachelorette party.
That was fucking great.
I think we may. I may have drank more at that like 15-minute interlude than I did at the fucking hour and a half at Balgrove's.
Bruh, the bachelorette party passed us and they poured alcohol down our faces.
Yeah, they just had gallons in.
Oh, are we-
Oh, man.
Are we just telling
Yeah,
the
that's a
story?
whole other story. Nah.
Well, I mean that's probably my favorite story of that night, but we had like 3 or 4 other ones.
Yeah, we had a bunch of stories from that night.
Like, it was wild.
And we stayed together the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy system.
Yep.
And I remember, I think my favorite moments was just running into other peoples of the old crew, and there's just like 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah.
Like, hey, where's the rest of your group?
We played that. We also played that one drinking game where you have to pay for. It's like it was various shots. It was at a camp. I don't remember what it was. They have a bar, and then there was like a game.
Dice.
We played. We all me, you, and like one other person played it, and like we almost all lost the crew there because we were just fucked. And, like we were really. I think that's when we started to split up. It was like because we got like blurry-eyed drunk there.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, that was. I don't even remember what the game was or what the fucking premise was, but I remember it made you drink fuck shit. That's it.
I mean, that could be anything.
No, I think it was dice. I think it might because
Was that Rogue's Refuge? Black Order?
yes.
Yeah, it's Dice.
Yeah.
See, you weren't there for Pennsic, like, I want to say Long Pass was only like 4 or 5 years ago, when they would play for like Good Shot, Bad Shot. Like, legitimate, like, Bad Shot, though. They didn't tone it down. Like, back in the day when they put like habanero juice and shit in it, and just purple stuff called Ouch. It tasted like Robitussin, had the consistency of Robitussin. I don't know what it was.
Tussin.
Yeah, like that, and like habanero sauce. That was the Bad Shot, with some liquor in it.
Not feeling so good. Drink some Tussin.
No. It didn't make me feel any better.
Rub some Tussin on it.
But back then, the good shots, like the bad shots reflected the good shots.
Yeah.
And they still do. But back then, the good shots were fucking great. Like, they had some shit called like Unicorn's Blood.
I never got to try it, unfortunately.
I would take like 10 suicide sliders with fiery toppers for 1 Unicorn Blood. She was that good.
Damn.
I almost did too.
Oh, I remember
I sucked with dice back then.
I remember at that party you had me slide a hand something from somebody and you said they were okay with it.
No, you said they were okay with it.
No.
I remember that because you fucking literally went to steal something off somebody's person. And we're just like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just like, no, they're cool with it. And I didn't know if you were telling the truth or not.
I remember being told it was okay and then stealing something.
Did you tell yourself it was
I don't
okay?
know. I don't remember. Like I said, we got blurry-eyed drunk by that point.
You're taking somebody's goddamn shoes. Like, no, they're cool with it. They're cool
It's
with it.
fine.
I was on some hardcore road shit that night.
I hit him about 6 times. They said, just take it.
That makes it cool, right?
He handed me his wallet and everything.
Oh, God.
We're not good people, apparently. Or, well, at least one.
You know what I hope is good?
Never said I wasn't.
Is it this whiskey?
This whiskey.
Hold that for me. Oh, God. I have 2 mics now.
Okay.
I
take it back. Grand Old Par, aged 12 years, blended Scotch whiskey, 40% alcohol.
Not bad, not bad. For those of you who don't know alcohol too well, that's 80 proof. Ooh.
Okay, so it's a screw top.
Yeah, burp the baby.
It smells exactly as you would imagine
Like Scotch.
a Scotch whiskey would smell.
Yeah.
Extra rich. Say anything on the back? No.
Very simple.
See, where was it made? It was imported from Diego, Connecticut?
Diego, Connecticut.
No, imported by Diego from Norwalk.
Diego, Connecticut? I was about like,
I've never heard of that fucking
how did
city
Diego
before.
make it to Connecticut?
No, imported by Diego from Norwalk, Connecticut.
So Scotch, Connecticut.
Yeah. Oh, God, I can't wait.
I'm sure it's a real banger.
I mean, I've gotten a taste for Scotch whiskey recently.
When?
In the last, like, what am I, 11 years?
Alright.
Friend! Oh, God.
There's a thing there. I did not hit him that hard for this video.
He hit me so hard. Don't let him lie to you.
He's gonna edit it out anyway.
Yeah, I am. I'm just gonna, like,
He can't make himself look bad at all.
Of course not. Why is mine so full?
All of ours are.
Ooh. I don't.
I like it.
No, I actually like that.
I don't.
Classic. Got that classic taste. Doesn't burn. Goes down smooth.
It's almost got like
Smells like it's gonna hang on your tongue.
maybe, but I'm smelling like
It's not a bad taste.
it almost smells like there's hints of cocoa to it.
Yeah, I can get kind of that little chocolatiness.
I could not get drunk off of this. If y'all want to go ahead and try it.
Yeah, let me go ahead and give this a try. Or take this from me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I could get drunk off of this, but I could definitely like sip this during a nice like, steak dinner or something. Or if I've just had like a long day at work.
How much was it?
This was almost $40.
Yeah. Okay. Like it's a little bit more sophisticated tasting. Like it's not. I wouldn't really want to take a bunch of shooters of it, and I'd be okay drinking it like over rocks casually.
I'm getting a lot of nutty accents from it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a shooter, I don't think. I feel like shooting it's a waste.
Yeah, it's
Stick your tongue in it. And let it roll over the sides. It's got a weird kind of thing going on.
I get hints of cocoa from the smell. Overall, the taste's got kind of like there's a bit of a smokiness to it, but it does have a lingering aftertaste that's kind of like bitter and almost a little metallic.
Light metallic though. It's
Yeah, it's very light, but it's there, and yeah, the smokiness is almost like ash smokiness though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I'm trying to not be influenced by any kind of power of suggestion, you know? I really got to reflect on it. I mean, for the price, for several of the whiskeys that I've had for this price, like, I'm getting the flavor and the taste that I expect from it. Like, I'm not getting fucking thrown about. I'm not getting some bland fucking, like, oh, this motherfucker was aged like 400 years and it just tastes like water.
Yeah.
Like,
It is kind of.
actually has a flavor to it.
It is kind of. It is. I wouldn't say watered down. It is a little bit more chilled than I would expect from itself.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The smell doesn't correspond.
I would not enjoy drinking it what it smells like.
And
Yeah, I can agree with that.
yeah, I agree. It does
Bottle.
taste kind of watered down. I think that just comes from the
from the bottle, kind of.
Smelled good from the shot glass to me. It's, like I said, I get hints of cocoa from it. It smells fucking fantastic.
I think it's coming from like the 12 years aged. But it if someone told me it was watered down, like
I believe it.
a cube of ice or something was sitting in there and it had melted, I'd believe them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well,
Bottle's not really doing it for me. Like, it's cute. It seems average.
I would love to make a torch out of it.
There's nothing crazy special about it.
no, it's. I feel like this is just a very straightforward drink.
Yeah.
I mean, just a Scotch whiskey. It's a simplistic bottle. Very, just prominent, like, smoky wood flavors.
Oh, there is some writing on it.
Oh, my.
That's the distillers in
Yeah,
Edinburgh, Scotland. Okay. Thomas Parr, aged 152 years,
Wow, he's old.
was interred at Westminster Abbey, A.D. 1635.
What does that matter about
Did
this?
he win?
Is this fucking like dead man whiskey? Is that what they're telling us?
all whiskey's dead, man?
Why does it say he's aged 152 years?
I'm pretty sure they were talking about he entered a 152-year age whiskey into the competition or whatever.
Thomas Parr, aged 152 years, was interred at Westminster Abbey, 1635.
What does
I have
that
no idea
mean?
what that means.
Okay, why do you fucking nod at me then?
He's like, yeah, I get it, man. I understand the words
Yeah,
that
no,
are coming from your
totally.
mouth. That's it.
Okay.
Okay,
I know
less
those
that.
words.
Yeah, so, I mean, what I'm taking from this is when this guy was 152 years old,
He was dead.
he interred at Westminster Abbey.
I swear that's what you said already.
Well, okay, so what you're saying is when he was aged 152 years, he was entered
At Westminster.
Westminster Abbey.
Abbey, yeah, in 1630.
1635?
16, yeah,
So
80.
it's 1635, a 152-year-old dude.
Not just dude, Thomas Parr.
Oh,
Yeah, the
a
Thomas Parr.
152-year-old Thomas Parr was interred?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At Westminster Abbey.
In 1635.
35.
Yeah.
80.
And I actually don't support that. It does say 80 on there, and I believe the correct terminology nowadays is CE.
What?
Current era.
Okay. So,
You know what AD stands for?
Anno Domini or after death?
Anno Domini, in the year of our Lord.
Okay. So, BC AD was, what's BC?
Before Christ.
Before Christ, and then AD is
Anno Domini, yeah.
like, where does the idea that it's after death?
Are we getting into religion?
That's just people fucking making shit up.
Really?
Yeah, because that definitely makes sense. Jesus Christ reportedly died when he was like 33 years old.
Yeah, like he didn't fucking. He wasn't some great perpetual living for fucking ever.
That'd be 33 years lost. And actually, according to a lot of scientists, there was about like 3 years lost. And they there was 3 years lost before the Romans took over, and there was like another 8 years lost when the Romans fucked up the calendar.
So we lost like 11 years.
Yeah, on average.
Huh.
A lot of
So-
scientists agree.
So it's like probably like 31.
I mean, according to what?
Fucking, I don't know. Whatever the fuck we got, that's the timing convention right now.
I mean,
I love conventions.
as far as calendars and timing we have, I think the Chinese dynasty probably has the
Most accurate.
longest at least.
Definitely.
They're like 5,000 somewhere.
Here's a question: what is what year is it to somebody who's been counting before we're counting now? Like, because this is like
For like the Chinese dynasty.
yeah, well, because to known civilization, this is the year 2020. To somebody who's been counting
for people
before
that
this,
practice Christianity, it's
Yeah.
2020.
okay, yeah, well, but that's what we're
And
like.
people that have been influenced by Europeans and
Yeah.
Roman conquest.
Because the world consensus is that it is the year 2020, right?
Yes, because the majority of the world at some point or another was either taken over by Augustus Caesar in Rome or by Britain and
Yeah.
colonized.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, for anybody who is not in that, I guess, macrocosm, what is the year designation?
And China's somewhere in like 5,000.
Really?
I don't know where Korea's at.
I was gonna say something messed up.
About 70 years behind us.
That's a bold statement for us.
Yeah, just in time for the nuclear bomb. A lot of Asian cultures are on their own calendar because they were never fucking colonized by Britain.
They were also smarter than everyone else sooner.
Debatable.
It's a debate that the person arguing for the Asians would probably win.
Because they're smarter?
No, just the,
Are you debating that Asians are not smarter than...
No.
Ryan?
My point is that they, it seems that they gained the knowledge of various things sooner than a lot of
they
other
didn't have
groups.
Christianity in their way.
Yeah, well, that and the Moors, but the Moors were kind of wrecked by everyone
Oh
else.
no, plenty of civilization. Like the Mayans and Native Americans, they had their own calendars and stuff, but then they got fucked by the Britons.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the a lot of the Asian cultures advanced quicker or better than everyone else, I would guess, because a lot of the big advancements that everybody else worked on were from Asia.
The Industrial Revolution started in Italy and the UK.
Yeah, but
Suck it, Born.
but that's still based off of
I know.
things that they got from
Like gunpowder. Yeah, I mean,
gunpowder and more, but gunpowder is the most significant fucking thing.
I'd say coal was.
Who got coal?
I don't fucking know. Probably India. I have no idea. I'm not backing that with literally any knowledge.
Yes. An uneducated guess.
Damn, I can't.
I know the Industrial Revolution started in, it blew up in London.
Let's go stick more children in those, what is that? The things you burn things and the smoke comes out of chimneys.
Chimneys?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The word wasn't coming, man. Just like a white man to ruin everything. Back me up, damn it.
Typical white man behavior.
Just like
Yes.
you.
Okay, you're right.
Alright, fucking.
We invented total war. If not, we perfected it.
I'll go with the
Hey, you want to argue with Napoleon and Augustus Caesar?
I won't. Augustus Caesar wasn't fucking traditionally white. He was he was a mutt.
He's Roman.
But he wasn't like Roman. He was like fucking,
You got around a lot. So.
yeah, well, his whole family fucking did, but, he had a, I think he had it wasn't Carthaginian or, he had one of the more kind of tan people, bloodlines, if I remember correctly.
Samoans.
No.
Okay.
So the only tan person you know?
I'm literally part Mexican, so.
You're not tan.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah,
white.
Farmer's tan.
Only because of my privilege.
So,
God, you're cutting out a lot of this.
God.
also, have you seen any statue of Augustus Caesar ever? Pure white. Alright.
Have you seen statues that have... Alright, so the statues that are not pure white usually are missing their goddamn noses.
And dicks.
And dicks.
Yes.
Do you know they were actually made with their dicks? Molded? So they got taken off by the Catholic Church?
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine having that
Prudes.
job?
Alright, Reggie, it's your time to go around and fucking chop off dicks today.
Here's your dick box.
Make sure and save them all for the basement of the
That's
fucking
good for
Vatican.
50 dicks.
There needs to be at least 12 stone dicks in there by the end of today, or otherwise you're losing your job.
Legitimately, somewhere in the Vatican, there's just boxes upon boxes of
Stone
marble
dicks.
fucking dicks. They could have at least repurposed them, right?
Yeah, they can carve them into something else, or just people. Just leave a bunch of stone dicks in the house.
Well, the thing is, they never carved them erect. You know?
Yeah, that's right.
They just always carved them. They're that big with a tiny little nutsack on it. They look like a fucking tiny dog's fucking
Sheriff.
junk. Yeah, it's like it's that big and it's just like a little grower. They've never carved any of that shit like show off the dude's junk. So it's just a shitload of like flaccid and at best semis. Just
welcome to the Two Whiskeys podcast.
The vaginas.
Just a box of flaccid dicks.
The vaginas were all like cute titties as well. There was no such thing as labia.
And they filled them. They just filled those, like fucking painted over them with mortar and like temporarily like fig leaves and shit, but those all fell off. Because whoever tried to attach anything to these statues wasn't as good as the person that made them.
Yes.
So eventually they just fall off. Just dumb shit.
Enough about stone genitalia.
Stupid job. You got something more important to talk
Vatican, release all the stone dicks.
about? Give them back.
Give us back the stone penises.
I want the stone penises.
It starts with the stone dicks and it makes it all the way up to Spear of Damocles. We want it all.
All that legendary facts.
I want the nails that were in Christ's hand.
I want the fucking apple.
No.
We know you have it.
Oh God, Cap.
We're calling you out, Vatican.
About to give me some knowledge.
Fucking hit squad shows up to the house.
I post this, we're just dead the next day. It's like, God, they know they have it, no, we have it. Fuck.
It's too late, we already posted it.
My bad, I meant the Spear of Longinus, not Spear of Damocles.
Well, then they were back to the white man's Total War.
Oh, yeah. There we go again. Brought it full circle. Guess I should finish this.
The whiskey's not bad, I just want some rum.
Yeah. The rum tastes better.
It's just easier. I'm not sitting here reflecting upon my fucking life and all the,
Yeah.
Well,
trials and tribulations I've been
what do you
through
know,
in
fucking-
a poorly lit den.
So I've now got it. This whiskey is like a contemplation whiskey. You're sitting in your man study, fucking like your partner's left you. You're probably and you're just considering whether you've made the right choices.
Yeah, you get your revolver in the in the drawer,
box nearby.
and you never would, but it's there. Fucking back. He's fucking
Every
pointed
time you
at
pull
me.
that out, I fucking pointed it out.
I just slapped it on the table.
I'm gonna add that to make him think I'm talking about your dick.
I was trying to make a good fucking solid funny point, and you just gotta pull my gun out.
You said revolver sitting on the table. I was like, oh, this is fitting.
No, I didn't. I said sitting in the drawer.
Oh.
And it's in a drawer of sorts.
Yeah, and it's sitting there, and you know what's there. You're not gonna do anything about it though.
No.
It's low.
It's gonna stay
Today's
there.
not the day.
Today's not the day, old friend.
Yeah.
It's that kind of whiskey.
Is that one of those whiskeys where you're drinking it and looking at the pistol like...
Or is that kind of whiskey where your old school friend calls you on your landline at your house,
You call them old beans.
and you take it in the den,
I think that's called in the den.
or your study.
Oh,
And you
God.
sit there and you pour it out while you're hearing, terrible news about, your war buddy.
Oh, dysentery. Huh? Terrible.
I'm glad you said war buddy. I was going to be like, oh, did they find out about the murder we committed back in the fucking fall?
Or that, your friend telling you to come back to Derry.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I hope I'm not the one that goes to the bathtub.
Yeah, that's the whiskey you pour out.
Now, we really don't want a sponsor ever.
It's good whiskey.
It is good, but that's the reflective, statement that's the state you get in when you drink it. That's where you expect it.
It's serious whiskey.
I mean, we drank it and immediately started talking about stone dick, so I don't know.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with penis.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with a little bit of
Serious
penis.
Nothing wrong with little penis, whatever.
I thought you said you had a big penis.
I do have a big penis. Biggest penis in the world. Besides Warren's.
It's the dumbest fucking...
Yeah, this is an interesting podcast, to say the least. So, does anyone else have a talking point? Because I actually have a question that I wanted to ask you guys, but if we have any other talking points, I want to get to this first.
I mean, I'm just doing my damnedest to fucking beat around the bush and not get to politics.
Okay, fair enough. So typically, there's a stigma that comes with alcohol. Violence goes hand in hand with alcohol.
Oh, cool. Police brutality. All right, let's go.
I'm not going there.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
He's talking about domestic abuse when they go
Yeah,
home.
police brutality.
Oof. Please keep going.
40% of cops are domestic abusers.
Soul, keep going. Continue talking.
40% that you know of.
Oh, God.
Well, if they just stop taking statistics, then there won't be any. God damn it. Anyway.
You were the chosen one.
Bring us away from politics, not drag us backwards. Anyway, so the stigma of drinking, you think of like bar fights a lot and kind of shit like that. And,
Yeah.
I know you worked in bars.
Yeah.
I've done security and been a drinker in a bar at least once. Born the same, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least this last weekend.
Oh. So, have you ever gotten into a bar fight?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your best bar fight story?
Oh, wow, you're going to come back to me on that one.
I'm going to go and get Lawrence first.
I have a few.
My best bar fight story, I was being a complete and total shitbag.
Usually.
I was a walking dick on a pair of legs. And I was just kind of like, saw some girl that was really attractive, was talking to her. She wasn't minding, but then a dude's friend was like, yo, hey, that's my girl, or that's my homie's girl. And I was like, well, I don't see your homie, and I don't think you're going to stop me. And, yeah, no, it was not I was not being cool at all. And so I kept talking to her, and then somebody tried to, like, grab my arm, and I just kind of, like, shrugged them off, and then I caught a pool stick in the back of the head. And, yeah, no, it did. Well, like, their girl was kind of digging me, and I was just, like, blowing off any dude who came up to me to talk to me at that point. So I don't know how many times him or his friends tried to actually, like, keep me from being an asshole, but
until they got too
Tried and failed.
yeah. And then I got hit once and then hit twice, and I turned around and then I like caught the stick and I was like, wait, bro, chill. And then I put out my hand and dude like tried to like grab my arm and pull me towards him, but I gave him my hand so I could like yank him into the bar. And he just like his head bounced off the bar. And then he, like, stumbled back, and his buddy rushed me. And I just shoved them both into each other and kind of, like, kicked homie in his shin and then kind of stepped on his nuts. And then I ignored them and tried to talk to his girl again. And the bouncer...
You were not to be deterred.
Yeah. And the bouncer and, I guess the people I was with was like, yo... You should, yeah. You gotta go, bro. And I was like, but bruh, like I didn't start this. They were
finished it.
They were like, but you. I don't know. It's just like, hey man, if his girl was wanting to talk to me, and I just really looked like an asshole, and so I left.
It's like you just reflect on them all, like, huh? Maybe I am the bad guy.
Yeah, no, it really was because
No, it's them that are wrong.
Because, like, I beat up two dudes, and then, the other guys that were with them were wanting to fight me, and I was just ignoring them, because I was just like, you're going to hit me, and I'm going to do to you what I did to these two. And, like, homie's sitting there with fucking, like, his lip is split like this, because, like, he grabbed my wrist and tried to, like, pull me to him, but I was already set to, like, do it. And so, like, I, like, touched the ground, because I just, like, dropped real quick while pulling him, like an arm drag from wrestling. And I just, like, basically whipped him face first into the bar. And that was all she wrote. Like, he didn't go down. But if he had gone down, his friend wouldn't have got hurt. Because, like, I threw his friend on him. And then they allowed me to, like, kick and step on him. So, yeah. That was one of my best bar fights.
Did you know kicking somebody on the ground is considered assault with a deadly weapon?
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Huh. Yeah, I kicked him in the leg, then like stepped on his nuts. So I guess that's a assault with a deadly weapon.
When was this?
Last
week.
God no.
I think a lot of martial arts studios, they'll also, like, if you get black belt, you have to, like, register your hands as deadly weapons.
Yeah, apparently.
It's very mainstream bullshit nowadays and very Americanized.
I think I was I can't remember if it was before 17 or after. Or no, it was either I was
Wait,
either
when he
I was
was-
either
he was
17 or
21.
18.
Yeah, when he was
Oh, yeah.
21,
Yeah,
drinking
like
in a
21.
bar.
Yeah.
Bar fights are fucking dangerous, man. Like, and I know you don't give a shit. Yeah, I mean, but like for one, anybody like you have no idea who that person is.
No, it was a bad
You
idea.
have no idea what they're capable of. You have no idea who they're friends with. Like who's gonna jump in because they're just having a bad day and want to punch somebody anyway,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be that guy that gets punched. Like someone pulls a knife out and you're probably just fucked. Yeah, like, it's very rare that someone gets to walk away from knife fights. Like, yeah, I get this scar and this scar. You know, usually they just get stabbed a lot and
And it
die.
sucks.
Yeah,
You don't want to get stabbed a lot.
Yeah, dying sucks.
you and I are both fairly experienced in martial arts, and there's no strategy on knife fighting.
Escalation.
Yeah, if you fight that person, the best way to win a knife fight or to not get stabbed in a knife fight is to run away, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you fight somebody in a knife fight, you're getting stabbed.
Always be ready to.
There's no way
You just
around
gotta
that.
stab them better, like in a better spot.
Yeah, like you said, if you have to fight that fucking person,
Escalate.
you
hard.
have to
Go
make
full
them
tilt.
immobile, and like no defense at all. It's just 100% offense.
Or trickery.
And you're getting stabbed at least 2 or 3 times, but it's just making them immobile before you get stabbed more than a lethal amount.
Yeah, you're gonna leak a little
It's
bit.
bullshit. Like, I don't understand why people pick fights in bars, and I have. I've been kicked out of like 15 fucking bars. I picked maybe half of those fights I got kicked out of.
Oof. Oof.
So you have a favorite one in mind?
I have 2 favorite bar fight moments,
Okay.
and they're on both ends of the scale,
Okay.
right? Because most of my bar fights, maybe about half of them, involved my brother, and the other half involved when I did security, and there was a lot of overlap there because my brother got me into security, so he was at the club a lot of times. There would be a fight. It's like it followed him.
Yeah.
Like we would get a fight every weekend, at least one fight every. The weekend we're working 3 or 4 nights, but every time he showed up to the bar, there would be a fight. Like there wasn't always a fight, but
If he was there.
if he was there, there was.
Your brother, one of my favorite or best fights comes from your brother, or your brother was there at least.
Yeah, I mean it's like that. It's like that just follows him around. Like I remember once we were just in a back room, just hanging out with the managers, smoking, watching the fucking TV screens. Or I wasn't watching TV screens because they're that big. There's 8 of them, and they're on
Fucking
grainy black and white.
4-inch fucking
Yeah.
screen.
And they're on the other side of the fucking room, and I'm sitting there just like smoking a cigarette, talking to the other bar back, one of the other security guys there, and John's behind me. He's like, "Oh, there's a fucking fight!" Like,
Don't you see
I look at the fucking camera; it's just gray, just speckled shit. Like, what?
I see
I
straight
have-
legs.
I have really good vision. Like John needed glasses back then. He had like twice as bad vision as I do. I have really good vision. I'm fucking staring at the fucking. Everybody runs out. They don't even look at the screen. John said there's a fight going on. They just leave. Like what?
He's got aggression vision. It's like a fucking
Where?
raptor. He's
Nah,
like, oh, they're fighting.
I
I can see
think he saw it through the wall.
He wasn't even pointing at the security cameras.
Right?
Like, no, I can see it. The battle calls me.
And sure enough, that was one of the biggest fights we ever fucking had there. Like the entire dance floor was fucking going. They just going fucking nuts.
Blood on the dance floor.
Yeah, and like that night, it was like a Friday or Saturday night. It's one of our big nights for fights. Like Thursday night, nothing fucking happens. Wednesday night, nothing happens.
Friday.
Friday, it's usually not a bad fight because it's like ladies' night. There's almost always a fight Friday night because it's like ladies' night, and girls never show up to ladies' night at dance clubs.
Yeah, no, dudes.
A shitload of dudes show up,
It's a sausage party.
but not that many dudes because eventually they learn that girls never show up to those. But
They're
this
sure black flags.
this one, a fucking fraternity showed up.
Jesus.
There was like fucking 50 or 60 of them.
What kind of fraternity, by the way?
I think it was from Benedict. College.
Okay, see, that matters because, like, I've noticed the difference between, like, historically black fraternities and, like,
Yeah,
general populace.
and this was
fraternities,
a predominantly black nightclub I was working
Okay.
at too. And so yeah, you know, this night there was probably about 80 to 100 dudes there and like 6 girls.
Oof.
You know, ladies' night. And we go out there and it's just a bucket line of security guys. Like, they're just filing onto the fucking dance floor, calming it down where they can, like shoving people to the ground or separating people. And then, you know, they'll run into an unruly person. And like, all right, well, you're going out. And they'll grab them out, and the next security guy files in, more or less. And that's just how it goes until the whole situation's resolved. So, you know, I'm more or less in line. We're all trying to get our way to the fucking dance floor. And I get fucking hit with a stool. I've been knocked out 3 times in my life. Twice was at that fucking club. One was with a Jack Daniels bottle that made its way from behind the bar or from the VIP lounge or some shit. Didn't fucking break. I got hit in the head with it.
A fucking club.
Yeah, just caught my ass, and I went down. And I stood back up. Eventually, that fucking chair hit me, and I went down, and I stood back up, and I still had my place in line.
Oh no!
But it wasn't immediately, you know? And like you're down, you get back up, I'm like, that guy was here a second ago, okay.
Yeah.
I got work to do though. And like this guy's getting fucked, right? By all the people behind me. He's just getting destroyed.
Oh no!
And he just, you know, the guy that hit me with the stool.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I get out this, the stool's on the ground, broken, and the guy's just getting, like, essentially just getting torn apart, right? Like he's
like
being,
a zombie movie.
yeah, it's like he's getting pulled by fucking horses. Like, yeah, that guy's getting ruined. All right, so I fell on the dance floor, concussed. That shit caught me in the back of my fucking neck, and like half my head and half my back. But yeah, I get on the fucking dance floor, and this guy is just. There's a guy that just wants to fight everybody. He wants to fight security. He wants to fight girls. He wants to fight every dude there. Just wants to fight.
Norm, were you there?
He did have dreads.
I didn't have dreads at that
guy.
time.
Yeah. Okay.
So I grabbed back like,
Sorry,
nah,
man.
you're leaving, dude. And he's like, yeah, I'm trying to like fight me. And like, yeah, I'm bigger than this guy. And like, all right, we're going outside. You don't have a choice. So we go out, you know, the back, the side exit, or there's a specific like double door that we had. It was just a, you know, that hallway for the craft axe place.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was our place we always took on unruly people, because that's not an entrance or an exit.
It looks like a place like you see in a horror movie. To be
Yeah,
honest.
it's the exit we use for problem people.
Problems.
Yeah.
Sin City Adam.
Yeah. So I drag him out there. There's probably another like 8 people and 8 security guards out there. Each person's taking care of their own person, trying to get them outside.
Everybody's got a
More
problem.
or less. Well, and we had a game back then. It was a fucked up like hand game. Essentially, if someone threatened us or the club, saying they're going to come back with their guns or their boys or wait for us, or shoot the place up and fuck us up or something. If they threatened us specifically in any way, then they're going to get the shit kicked out of them one way or another. They're going to get hurt. This guy that I had wasn't specifically threatening me, but he was swinging on me and wrestling against me and fighting me and shit. And eventually, like, he did get on top of me, and we're wrestling around. And our friend, my friend Hugo, who's like 3 times your size.
So if you have the name Hugo, you're massive.
Yeah, he just grabbed him and just threw him into the wall like one hand. He's messing with his own guy.
Yeah.
He just grabs him like by the dreads.
Just toss him in the
Yeah,
fucking
just
wall.
toss him in the fucking wall. So I hop on top of him and I put him in a fucking chokehold, right? And he passes out. excellent chokehold.
Very well.
Excellent chokehold. I know I put it in perfectly, but the dude didn't wake up for a while. And by for a while, I mean ever. He was breathing.
Okay.
All right, he had a pulse. He was breathing.
He didn't ever wake up
But
again.
they did have to call 911, get an ambulance out there. And Joey, you gotta go. Like why?
Leave the scene
I was
of the
defending
crime.
myself. Like you can't do fucking chokeholds on people.
You could just
What?
him into a brick
Why?
wall head first. What are you talking about? This is bullshit.
Like if that guy wanted to press charges or do this or that, or if he fucking died, that's coming down on you. That's coming down on the fucking club. Like, get the fuck out of here. And I was maybe the 6th or 7th person. I've been working there for about 4 months at this point. And I was probably about a half dozen person to be escorted off the fucking property for potentially killing somebody during a bar fight.
Very dangerous place.
Yeah. And that was probably about the lightest, least amount of manslaughter or potential murder that's been committed at that place.
Jesus.
You got the low end of this.
I was almost escorted out for being dead once.
Escorted out for being dead?
That's not an escort at that point.
I know. Well, that's when your brother fucking saved my ass.
So is that the club?
I don't remember what club it was. I just know your brother was there. Like I was beat almost to death. Like I was hit. That was the night I was hit with fucking bottles and bricks. And they were like chucking bricks in. Cause fucking it wasn't even a fight I started. My friend was he was supposed to be doing something, and he either said the wrong thing or they really wanted whatever, and things got nasty, and he wasn't in the car anymore, and so I had to go get him, and I could not move him to the car, so I just proceeded to try to basically beat the shit out of anything that was keeping me from there.
I'm gonna fight everything.
And there were way more of them than there was of us. And it was only 2 of
Aren't
us.
there always?
Oh, dude. It was bad. Like, I remember I was wearing like a white shirt. I looked like a zombie. Because, like, I just would not stay down, and I kept getting fucking bopped with shit. Like, I remember a fucking brick, like, skipping off my head and shit. And, like, I swore I was asleep multiple times. Because, like, I remember, like, you know that moment when you're about to hit the ground and you're like, oh! And then I wake up and there's, like, I still have some of the scars of, like, your head, like, grazing on concrete or whatever. But, like, I guess I was never out for long because I did not get stepped on or stomped. And they were going ham on me. But I remember seeing your fucking brother, like, burly ass, just, like, chucking motherfuckers after a point. Because I was standing over my buddy, just, like, fucking going ham. And then, like, if somebody was too hard on me, I'd, like, run off, chase them for a second, and then I'd back over my friend again. Because he wouldn't wake the fuck up. Like, they knocked him the fuck out. And I was just like, oh God, please wake up! Fuck! And then, like, fucking bearded, burly motherfucker just, like, chucking people away. And then and then I tried to hit him because I thought he was coming for me. And he's like, fucking go to your car. Get to the car. And I was just like, I can't pick him up. I'm bleeding. And so he helped me get my friend to the car, and then we, like, sat in the car, and my buddy woke up, and then, yeah.
How convenient. You waited until you got back to the car to wake up.
Yeah, legitimately, I was like, bro, I died. I don't know if I'm alive right now. Because I'd never been out multiple times, like, during an excursion, and then still had to keep fighting. Like, I was just like, I haven't lost before, but I woke up and been alright, so... it was a crazy instance. Very crazy instance, but I remember a big bearded man saving my ass.
Having John on your side in a bar fight, if the bar fight only lasts like a couple seconds or a minute, he has a very calming sense for people on his side around him. Very calming.
Now we got this.
Yeah. If the bar fight lasts more than a minute, it's just chaos. It's like at least in a big bar fight, because John, like you said, he just throws people.
Yeah.
He doesn't wrestle with people. He doesn't fight people. He just throws them and hopes somebody else is going to take care of that person.
That's literally why I throw now. Because, like, I used to literally
But
just
if everybody did that,
It would look really cool.
it would just be chaos.
I used to just punch and kick and like slug it out. Now I'm tossing you into objects. Because that's what, at least from my perception, that's what I would see. He'd throw you into the ground, throw you into another person who was like, why are you knocking into me? And then now they're fighting the person. Or he's throwing you into like a car, or throwing you
Hard surfaces.
or he throws you and you like fall over because you're trying to catch your balance, and then you feel dumb, and so you're not fighting anymore.
Yeah.
And like, that's literally, after that moment, that's when I started like practicing like Greco-Roman and like judo and shit, like really throwing you rather than just being like, I'm gonna outstrike you and that's how I win.
Oh, John was damn good at judo.
Yeah, I know that now because I was like, oh my god, this is how I need to pursue these. Because striking people to the end is not gonna work when everybody's drunk.
I forgot to mention like, the aftermath of that fight that bar fight that I was talking about that we were in. Like, obviously, I walked away from that with a concussion. I didn't leave. I just went out back and smoked a lot of cigarettes. And then finished my job, like, 2 hours later.
Finally killed the guy.
Finished my job!
Yeah, finished the job.
Yeah, no, I went to the hospital and waited for him.
That got dark.
But before I was able to get out of there, like, obviously, I was concussed. John had a black eye. My other friend there, the other bar back, he got a concussion and got his shoulder dislocated. And while all that's happening, I'm pointing. While all that's happening, all that had just happened. I think John was inside actually, but we had a security guard there who wasn't doing shit. He said walks in on this scene of like 8 on 8 people going at it and just bear sprays.
Everybody?
Everybody. Just, including herself. Just bear sprays the entire fucking hallway. Like,
I would have attacked them.
you can't.
I would have just like, ah!
It was either bear spray or OC spray. I don't fucking know.
OC, I would have just been like, this sucks. Bear spray? Fuck you, guy.
I had a little bit of, at that point, I had a little bit of experience with pepper spray. That was the height of it. Like, man, I was like 19, 20 at this time. I fucking sucked. Like, and again, like 3 or 4 months into this fucking job, like I worked there for about 2 years. I got a lot more experience and a lot more used to pepper spray and OC spray at least. I'm pretty, because I was introduced to OC spray several more times over my career in security, but that first time, maybe it was because of my first time, or maybe it was bear spray. I don't know. That was fucking terrible, and I still remember it vividly. But my other story on the opposite side of that spectrum was also with John. Of course, we were at Ray's place, and at this point in time, I'd been to Ray's place like 12 times, and I got in a fight there like 10 times.
Not quite 100%.
I want to go there.
Not quite 100. No, well, it's not so bad when you don't know anyone there. And when I first started going there, I was with John, and he knew people there, so we got in a fight.
Oh.
Then eventually I started going there by myself, and I knew people.
And you get in a
And
fight.
we got in a fight. And like sometimes it just start off like fun. It's just fun to have a bar fight. You know, nothing serious. You know, throw somebody over a pool table. You know, it's Roadhouse style. You know, let's go. Yeah. If I land a sick fucking roundhouse kick on your ass, that's just fun. I'll buy you a beer afterwards. Sorry.
Hell yeah.
I just felt like I had to do that.
Shit, yeah.
But then that de-escalates into an actual bar fight. People pull knives out, and it's just not fun.
I'm bringing chainmail. Let's go.
This one time, it's hard to call it a bar fight, but this is the closest I've gotten to a bar fight that I could reasonably call a bar fight.
Okay.
So, me and John sitting at the bar, having a beer. Just a normal fucking, we're on our motorcycles, just a normal fucking day, having a beer. And I gotta remember it correctly, but as best as I can remember right now, I've told the story a few times, I know I'm going to tell it wrong, but I'm talking to John, about to order another beer, and I look at and I see someone like walk up, and I look at the bartender, and it was quite literally. So, what do you want? Okay. Let me get. I turned back around, and John just fucking swung on this dude. I didn't hear a single word. He's right next to me. This dude's on the fucking ground, just cold. Out cold. Like, what the fuck happened? John's sitting right here. It's like, you know, he said something or other. I forget what John said. Like, he said this or that. Like, the fuck he did? Like, no, I swear to God.
Like, are you sure?
Like, all right.
Anyway, about that beer.
Yeah, about that beer. Like, are you sure? Like, that guy got up and he walked away.
All right.
That was it?
That was it.
Damn! Like, you didn't even get friends?
Bar fight.
Nothing. Bar fight.
I've never been hit like that by anybody other than my friends and not answered. I've never been cold cocked, but damn.
And I love that story too, because like I've been in similar situations to that with multiple other people, but it always escalates from there.
Yeah.
Like the person standing over there, I'm like, you know, fuck you, like you should have said this or that. Like John's just sitting there.
Just chilling.
Dude just stands up, and John just stares at him, and I've never seen John not escalate a situation when he's been able to, when he's, you know, reasonably able to escalate a situation. He just stand there and take fucking stared at the person, and dude just walked off. Like,
What? This is John's version of a love tap.
Oh my god. Getting cold cocked. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I didn't fucking ask about it anymore.
Wasn't that important, I guess.
Fuck.
Good times.
Good time. Shit, we need to ride bikes together. That's what it is.
I get my bike running now.
I'm gonna die on one, but
It's almost legal.
almost legal.
Yeah, we can go ahead and wrap this up then.
Yeah, because
Time
there's
to
like
wrap
15,
her
20
up.
minutes of just having to cut.
Yeah, at least.
Oh yeah.
We'll see what happens when I run back through this. And anyway, all right. So
You better not make me fucking look racist, because I know I wasn't.
You weren't?
Yeah.
Alright.
Or was he racist?
3/5 of being racist.
Context.
Context will be there. Anyway, yeah, I guess we can go ahead and just wrap up this one. This has been a very weird podcast, to say the least.
Good luck editing this to make us all look good.
Oh, that's gonna be tough. It's just gonna be a lot of just silence.
Yeah. Just edit all the silent parts together and just release that. And we tried to we decided this week we're gonna release a podcast. It's not gonna offend anyone.
No.
It's gonna be like that Macho Man Randy Savage thing where they take all the, like, him taking a breath.
Bunch of fucking gasping.
Just, like, right before he goes into a massive tirade, just... What the fuck, man?
Alright, well, unless anyone else has anything else to say, that's a fairly good stopping point, I think.
Yeah.
On Macho Man Randy Savage gasping, I guess.
You know who's a rapper? Macho Man Randy Savage actually has a rap album.
That man spit bars? Hell yeah.
He spit something.
Probably
I'm not
just
okay
spit.
with that.
Lots of cocaine was involved.
Oh, I'm sure.
It
Alright,
was the 90s.
Thanks for tuning in.
2000s.
We're still talking about that.
Yeah, 2000s, my dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. He was like old, tired, and still doing cocaine and buff.
Cool.
Yeah.
And if you're not done with that,
You man,
Do a line.
suck it.
Anyway, make sure to check us out on other social media platforms. This has
thank
been
you
a
for
two-
watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching. This has been a Two Whiskeys podcast. We will catch you.
In the next one!
No.
Unless you got like 6 views, then we'll do another one.
If this video gets stop. Alright.
Oh, baby!
And if you're not done with that, you can